Yeah, and actually, B-Rice is going to be going up against Rave Remix in losers brackets for the first match. Yeah, which like, man, the fact that one of those players is going to be knocked out so early on is just absolutely insane. But either way, our next match that we're going to be having. Oh, we're actually this next match I'm actually really excited for. It's gonna be Tilted versus Arconi. And Taryn, I don't know if you remember this, but the last time these two players played was at the Arcadian a little over a year ago, where Tilted beat Arconi, I think in grand finals. I don't know if it was a reset, but a really, really big, yeah, it was on a reset. But kind of, it feels a little bit like there's a rivalry. I don't know if these two players like have any rivalry between them, but I think these two definitely want to like actually compete. We're gonna roll a video real quick. Yeah, so stick around. We're gonna show. We got some stuff for you.
Winning the Arcadian, definitely, like by far. I don't think anything tops that. Because I didn't expect to win it at all. Like I thought. Well, I kind of did expect to win it, but not like as hard fought as it was. Like, I expected to at least get top 8, but I really did not think I was going to win it. So when I made winners top 8, like, and I was like, wait, I really can do this, you know? Like, the feeling of knowing that I can win was like the best feeling I've ever felt. And then when I actually won, coming from losers, and like the pop-off, like, I don't think I'll ever get that feeling ever again. Like the feeling I felt when I won that. So, yeah, definitely the Arcade.
So yeah, as you saw right there, Tilted. To me, the moment where people really started to know Tilted was when he won the Arcade. The whole time leading up to that, people were really starting to hear his name more, and I feel like it was very definitive because Arconi had just moved in from Ohio. He was setting himself as one of our high-level players, and for Tilted just to come in and beat him from losers was, I just remember, very, very defining. And ever since then, Tilted has become kind of like the short train to being one of our higher-level players here. So to me, I feel like this is kind of a rematch for Solitude. Can Arconi really say that he deserved another shot to beat Tilted? And I personally, in my opinion, I don't know how this set's going to go. My money's kind of on Tilted right now. I don't know how you feel about Keaton, but Arconi's kind of got to prove himself now because since the Arcade, like I said, Tilted just had a lot of results. And, Arconi's trying to definitely get the chance to say something. I am better than Tilted. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I remember actually doing commentary. I literally commentated at grand finals. And it was such a crazy thing that like Tilted was literally just coming out of nowhere and ended up winning the entire thing, especially over Arconi, who definitely had like a little. I think Arconi going into it, especially going into top 8, was kind of like the person that people were expecting to win. I think this is when he was still playing Meta Knight. I want to say, yeah, he was definitely playing Meta Knight then. And Tilted's Pokemon trainer actually was the thing that brought him to victory. But now we are going to be getting the run back. Literally a match that it's been a year in the waiting. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good match.
Yeah, man, I think it's just like you said. I am actually curious. I don't know if Arconi has definitely dropped Meta Knight, but I guess we're not going to see PT Meta Knight anyway. We're going to see Roy versus Sword Fighter. I know. Fun fact about Arconi, he actually is from Ohio, which has one of the better Mii names in the stateside. And so he definitely has his Mii's on lock, right? Let's get into this game 1 on Smashfield.
Yeah, Smashfield definitely makes sense. Both these players have come such a long way from the last time that they've played each other. Yeah, definitely getting into this. We're seeing a lot of it seems like a lot of fishing for these interactions. Like Tilted just trying to get like jabs into stuff, and Arconi just trying to land with up air. Ooh, but Tilted getting a stage spike on Arconi. Gonna be the first stock going over Tilted.
Yeah, man. To me, I think that Arconi must have either jump from ledge or try to get up or something, because it seemed like the frame that he lost Legend Invincible, he was getting sent to the stage. And I feel like to talk about this matchup, it's kind of to compare apples to oranges, because yes, they're both sword fighters technically, but the stuff that me sword fighter goes for in particular is not exactly what Roy is. Roy's rush down, combo oriented character, and the me sword fighter kind of got that jank, like you saw with that move right there. Also has some projectile, good tech, going to keep Arconi alive there. But again, I don't know if it's going to be enough to get around all the good stuff that Roy has coming with him.
Yeah, right. I mean, this matchup really does seem like they're both swordies, but Roy is a rushdown character going up against a very much a zoner character. But Arconi's not doing a lot of zoning. It seems like he's trying to go toe-to-toe with Roy. And it's kind of not working so far. 188% on his first stock. Still hasn't taken it. Meanwhile, Arconi just kind of seeming to fall further and further behind.
Yeah, man, I feel like me sword fighter just straight up raw cannot do the things that Roy can. Roy's got better frame data, got better ledge traps, better hit confirms. So I really would like to see Arconi try to go more for that, weird jank kind of stuff that me sword fighters are known for. Because right now, man, it seems like Tilted is really just having his way with Arconi.
Yeah, still hasn't lost the first stock. Double-edged dance actually going to be it. That's going to be a 3-stock for game 1. Tilted pretty swiftly putting Arconi down for this first game.
Yeah, man. I mean, this last stock right here was kind of just a clinic of how the rest of the game went. But again, I'm really going to call out that air dodge to stage, trying to get behind him with that double-edged dance, like you said, going to kill him, especially with max rage on Roy.
Yeah, and now if you're Arconi, it's kind of just where do you go from here? He's going to be counterpicking the battlefield, but like, what do you change? What needs to be different going to this game 2 if you want to be able to win?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys saw the player cam, which by the way is hyped to have. But man, Arconi was really reevaluating his existence, man. I know he must feel a lot of pressure. It's always harder when you're the underdog in a scenario like this, because you feel like so much pressure to prove yourself against someone you already lost to, especially when you're older than them. So I know Arconi's really feeling the pressure, which to me makes it just so much easier for Tilted, who really can sit back, know that he's already beaten Arconi, a few times, and just see if he can just play his best.
Yeah. 76% on Tilted right now. Arconi actually doing a much better job this game, but Tilted honestly doesn't seem like he's trying quite as hard as he was last game.
I don't know if trying is the right word, but definitely having a harder time getting started here. I feel like the triplats do benefit me sword fighter a little bit more, especially with things like the up air confirms and the upper combos like you saw in that first set. But now, I mean, Arconi is technically up now, and it has a chance to put some extra credit on the board here.
Yeah, gets sent off stage, and Tilted just follows up with an offstage forward air. Takes Arconi's second stock. Tries for the jab block, but doesn't find his mark there. Maybe this is just Arconi getting used to playing on LAN again, but it's not working out too well. Oh, Tilted makes it back to ledge somehow and tries for the jab into F smash. Doesn't find it there though. 70% on Arconi.
To save his double jump, he actually wall jumped on the stage. Up B got spiked, and then double jump up B was able to make it back. So, I mean, really great good stuff for Arconi, but man, Tilted again, we're just one step ahead of him.
Jer. That'll do it.
The AZ special, man, the Jer.
Yeah, and Tilted, credit where credit is due, Tilted is one of the most consistent people with Roy to get Jer. But there's a good down throw into up air. Arconi saying, I got kill confirms too. Ties up the game. Ooh, but Tilted taking Arconi for a ride right here. Down throw up air, just adding on so much damage. Arconi really seeming like he's struggling to keep up here.
Yeah, it's just like Tilted's just not falling again for that meat. Oh my gosh, really trying to end that boy's life there with that side V1 to up smash. But it's just like, even with Arconi starting with the lead, he's now like 100% behind. It just does not have access to the same kind of tools that Roy has. I wonder if the Meat Sword Fighter versus Roy is the right call, as again, Arconi falls to that falling side V.
Yeah, just an absolutely rough match here for Arconi. I think you said it at the beginning of the game, like their mindsets are so different and Tilted, just such a relaxed player. And Arconi, I think that's like one of his biggest struggles. He really beats himself up a lot of the time. Yeah, and I hope like he's able to pull this together and at least get a win, but Tilted just has a lot of momentum going into this game 3.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad to see, at least Arconi's trying a different stage. I feel like too many times people will be losing, down 2-0, and they just keep going back to the same stage. And I'm like, good stuff for him for at least trying to go somewhere different.
Yeah, can we swap over the overlay? No, I totally agree. This is like a much smaller stage, but I mean, that also kind of means that it's going to be easier for Tilted to be getting these early kills. Tries for the double-edged dance there, but doesn't find the kill.
Yeah, and it's just like Arconi's just having such a hard time keeping Tilted at the ledge and just in disadvantage in general. You're not seeing any of his projectiles land. Also interesting, Arconi does not use the tornado, which has a pretty consistent kill setup into up air. So, I mean, hey, he must know more than I do about me sword fighter, but I just feel like the current setup he's running right now may not be the most effective against Tilted. And as I say that, man, he gets that, I think that was a up air to up air combo there.
Oh, yeah, weak hit of up air and a strong hit, but I mean, Tilted, not even using a kill confirm there. Straight up double-edged dance in neutral, and takes Arconi's first stock to fire back. Yeah, I really don't agree with the Shuriken neutral B. Like, it seems like it would be good if your game plan is to straight up just zone out your opponent, which does seem like a good idea here against Roy, but, I mean, Tornado also zones your opponent, and it also combos into up air, which is a really, really consistent kill confirm. Yeah, you just kind of have to question, like, what's the idea behind it? What's the big idea?
Great here? Tomahawk down throw into up there, man. Good stuff from Arconi for weaving that kind of hit confirm into taking a tilted stock there.
Yeah, and Arconi yet again in the lead, tilted off stage, makes it back onto ledge. I really like Arconi using that Nair to cover some of those ledge options. Really, really big, long hitbox that stays out for a while.
I know, man. Looking like Wolf throwing out just the same area like 4 times in a row until it hits.
Yeah, actually. Arconi's shield actually taking a little bit of damage there. Finally makes it back into ledge. Arconi sending tilted off stage, but that double-edged dance is so scary. You got to be so careful about that.
Well, I like the attempt on the double up B over the ledge, but, Tilted's going to be ready for that. I have found that historically when people try to do something fancy like that, whether it be like, Wolf or Spaceys or something, never really works out for him. So I kind of see the Tilted kind of waiting for the punish there.
Tilted going for an absolutely crazy combo. Nearly gets an entire, cross-stage string, excuse me. Jab doesn't follow up with double-edged dance there, though. Jab, double-edged dance, one, nearly gets the F-smash read. Arconi, very bad spot right now, 94%. Tilted has a lot of moves that can lead into kills here. Down throw, up air doesn't find its mark, though. Arconi's just trying to find that thing.
He is, really, Arconi is like one JR away from getting sent to the losers bracket here. Oh, finally commits with that downer. I've been waiting for that. Oh my god, I swear, man, in my head I was like, why doesn't he wait for downer? So I guess he was saving it to the very last, most crucial second. Going to get him a game win, going to put Arconi on the board, right?
Yeah, Arconi, that was a really good nair, and then ends up following it up, gets the last hitbox of the down air, and ended up taking game 3. No 3-0 today, but will this momentum shift for Arconi lead to a victory?
Yeah, I mean, that really is the question, man. Because historically, when I see people about to get 2-0, sometimes they'll take game number 3, but man, then they just get absolutely demolished in game number 4. Because the person's like, all right, I see what mistakes I made, and that's kind of what it's looking like after that. Just get a call-out dare from Tilt's going to end Arconi's stock. Less than 15 seconds into the match, man. That is not what you want to see when you're down 2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah, Tilted not even caring about Arconi getting that big win, just continuing to play really, really well here. Wait, literally just F-smashed out of the disc there, the frisbee. Actually crazy.
Yeah, man. Also, shout out to Small Battlefield. The coolest thing about that last update where they added this with the extra music is now we're going to see like pretty hype sets with like this is some Metroid music. I think this is the Ridley boss fight. I'm feeling it, bro. This is very indicative of what's happening to Arconi right now, man.
And I mean, like, that's what I was gonna say. It feels like a boss fight for Arconi. You know, the big bad that you lost to a year ago. You're down 2-1 right now. The storyline writes itself. But Tilted is continuing to play like that big bad. Finally gets a good drag down fair into F-tilt. But Arconi still at 110% on his second stock. Needs more damage or stocks if he wants to make this happen. Okay, jab lock combo.
Yeah, man. I wonder. Like the jab lock combo, like you said, man. But I wonder if it's too little, too late for Arconi. He's just having a hard time getting anything started with this on this game number 4, man. And if he takes this last stock, he's going to be in a very, very bad position with Roy being the low percent combo master that he is, man.
Yeah, you know, just like we saw in that first stock. But Arconi holding out yet. Oh, spoke too soon. F-tilt from Tilted closes out Arconi's second stock. And potentially, Arconi fires right back with that up air, though. And now we are back to an even game.
Yeah, this is looking a lot more doable. Good stuff for Arconi, keeping it together after that very, very early stop at the beginning of this match. But again, it's going to be too little too late. Arconi really needs to tilt the stock away to get a potential Game 5 going for him. I mean, I think this would be very, very, very big for Arconi if he can be tilted in the top 8 of this league right now.
But still a matter of getting there. 83%, playing a bit of neutral. Both players just trying to find the in onto their opponents. I really like Tilted's movement right now. Just wave bouncing on that side B. Tilted back on ledge. Jab into basket. Oh, so close. Arconi still alive, but Tilted with the fair off stage. Going to close game number 4, and we'll take the set.
Yeah, I mean, good stuff to Tilted there, just keeping his calm. I kind of saw as soon as he went below ledge, I'm like, Tilted's just going to run out and forward there, and I think this boy's over. So, I mean, good stuff for, Arconi making a decent showing in that last game there. But like I said, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to eventually take the set. So, Tilted going to be moving on. Winners are kind of going to be going down to losers. A dangerous place to be right now in this league. But I remember there are still more games to be played.